Jai Hind, my dear students of class 8. Today we are going to start second unit of the second chapter, that is a poem named Geography Lesson. My dear students, this poem is written by Zulfikar Ghosh and this is the complete analysis, complete video for this chapter, my dear students. And here you will have to cover all the explanations and the stanza step by step, right? So without making a delay, my dear students, let's have a start the topic. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned, and without style. When the jet sprang into the sky, now my dear students, you can see the explanation of this in this below this below this statement. So this is the message given. This is the message given by someone, by the poet, when he had a look through a jet, means from the sky to the city. So what he had just seen, in the scene that the poet describes his city, he tells how it appears from the window of an aeroplane. It is clear that the city has developed just as it was necessary for the people. So what looked haphazard on the ground looked inevitably from the sky. That means what is the beauty that you can see from the ground? You can also just imagine this beauty by the buildings and the constructions of the human beings from the sky, my dear students. So now what you can say? You can say the city is looking very beautiful from the sky, and that is unplanned and without style. It is looking very unplanned, means from the height, that height you can only just have a look of the top of the floors of those cities. But my dear students, you will not aware with the construction, you will not aware with the construction of the buildings, whatever the beauty that it has from the top to bottom. But it was all things that you can say that it was like an unplanned design, right? In the second stanza, as you can see here, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, the land and the water attracted a man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. But when the jet starts flying over 10,000 feet, now here the logic of geography comes. And what the logic of geography? Now the plane rises to a height of 10,000 feet, means up to this point the plane is at the 10,000 feet of the height, and the poet can see why the cities in the country have grown along the rivers. The valleys are populated for the same reason. It is land and water together that attracts the people. Means when the plane occupied the height of 10,000 feet, it can be seen from that height that all the residential places, all the cities were situated over the nearby the bank of rivers. And why? Because of a single reason, that everyone needs the water bodies, everyone needs the natural things, the requirements of the natural things, the needs of the natural things, the advantage of the natural things. That's why everyone is willing to situated over the banks and over the things that was over the landscape by nature, made by nature. Now when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear that the earth was round, and now it had more sea than land. But when the plane acquires the height of 6 miles, now it was very evident, it was very clear that the earth is round. From that height you can see that the earth has more sea than land, means the area of land is very very less. So it is difficult. However, one question remains unanswered. It is difficult to understand why people hate and kill one another. Means you can see the man and woman are just being situated near the bank. The height of the building was too much constructed and unplanned also. The men and women were living nearby the sea. The land is very less, the sea is very more, means water bodies are having occupied more and more area. So whatever that you have seen, but one question up to this time was unanswered: why people hate and kill one another? So it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build wall across cities and to kill from that height. It was not clear why. Now there's the mystery. Thus, it is easy to understand the logic of geography from a height. However, it is very difficult to understand why humans hate one another. This remains a mystery. Means you can understand all the geography of this planet, but you cannot understand why humans are intended to be jealous, to be hatred, to be having a thought like this, that he will kill someone or something. So my dear students, I think it's a very crucial poem for you, and not even only crucial, it's a very very even you can see the very important poem for you all. Why? Because here you will have just a consideration of human beings, my dear students, towards the nature. That means we are not aware with the all the geography when we are situated at a same place, but we becomes aware when we when we acquire the height approximately 10 feet, 100 feet, 1000 feet, 10,000 feet, miles, 2 miles, 6 miles, 10 miles. So whenever we go just from our native place, we learn a number of things that will be related to your geography, that may be related to the history, that may be related to the other in other words. But my dear students, there is one thing that is the mystery for every time, that is why people hate one another, why people murdered one another, why people just having a feeling of jealous to one another. So that is the mystery, and this will remain a mystery forever, my dear students. So my dear students, I think all the points has been clear to you, and we have just finished this chapter right now. And my dear students, further if you are getting any problem in understanding this poem, then definitely you can ask, my dear students, again and again. Just revise, just have a look on that video. It will be very appropriate video for you. So my dear students, having this thought in our mind, we will meet in the next video session. Up to the time, thank you, have a nice day, Jai Hind.